Hola YouTube, my name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict. Welcome to Skate Talks number 30. And my guest today, it's the first female guest that I'm having, and it's probably the best, if not the best, one of the best inline skaters, aggressive inline skaters in the whole world. She also skates on other skates other than the aggressive skates. She also uses those urban 3-wheels, 4-wheel skates. She skates for Powerslide, and she comes from Spain. She is 28 years old. She started skating about 15 years ago in Bilbao, Spain. So my guest today is the one and only Mery Muñoz. So let's call Mery and let's see what's up. Ooh, that's fancy. Hello?
Hello.
Yo, Mery, how you doing?
Good. Finally.
Yeah, okay, so why did Mery said finally? We're recording now. So before this phone call, we made, I don't know, like 3 or 4 phone calls. And I've been having some trouble. Basically, I changed my phone from an iPhone to something else. And I usually use the phone with the recorder and the microphone to do this. And I was having a few problems and the sound wasn't sounding the way that I wanted to. So now it's good. I hope.
Now we're fine.
Okay, Mery, you're living in Barcelona, right?
Yeah.
For how long have you been living there?
For three years now in a row, but I went to Miami 1 year and a half between Miami and Spain, my parents' house, and after I was another 3 years here. So in total it's like 6 years.
Okay, but you're not from there, right?
No, I'm from Bilbao.
Okay, so you want to tell us a little bit how you got into skating and how you ended up in Barcelona?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was raised in Valencia, although I'm from Bilbao. And I used to have these friends that we were like doing bike and everything around the area. And when we saw this movie, the Blink movie, I don't know if you know.
Mm-hmm. I know.
One that Fabiola appears there. And I saw this movie, and we were all together when we were seeing it, and we went to the street with the skates we had at home. And I think that was the day that I really find out something that you like.
Okay.
And after I moved to Bilbao, and I make my friends like Ganesh, Aritz, and all the good riders from Bilbao, and after that I just keep on going.
Okay. How old were you back then?
Like the first time in Valencia, I think I was 8 or 9.
Oh.
But when I moved, so I quit because I moved to another city, and after I came back again with the Bilbao people. So I was 13 after.
Oh, okay. So you say that you were 13 when you started in Bilbao, but before that you were also doing it in Valencia.
Yeah, like jumping banks and nothing like grinding or anything, just messing around.
Okay, so but then when you started in Valencia, you started right away with Yuri and Ganesh and those guys, or
in Bilbao?
Yeah, in Bilbao.
Yeah, with all this, there was a very good movement in Bilbao. Like it was Borja Fernandez and Jose Felix or Maichea. Mm-hmm. They were in the top in that moment in Bert skating. Mm-hmm. And Yuri was there as well, and Aritz, Ganesh. There were a lot of good riders, so when I saw them, it was very easy to get motivated by them, no?
Okay.
Like watching.
Okay, so for someone listening to this that doesn't know who Jose Felix and Borja is, basically they were the team riders for Red Bull Spain for a few years. So Jose Felix was actually really, really good in street too, and I think he was an ASA pro in street, and Borja was an ASA pro in vert. So they were
that's right.
Basically some of the best skaters, not just in Europe, even worldwide. They used to get really good results.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
When the vert contests were super cool as well in that moment. they were everywhere, I think, no?
Ah, come on, Vert is still cool. We just like Vert is still cool. I think, man, whenever someone sees Takeshi,
Of course, it's cool. But how many Takeshis we have now?
yeah, but that's because people don't. It's not. I'm not saying it's easy to get there, obviously, but it's for me it's too scary. But the truth is, there's not people probably trying it as much as used to be back then.
That is maybe the thing. No, the level is still super high. Like Takeshi is always keeping it like super mega high that no one can really do that high.
Yeah,
but
and then he starts flipping at that high. It's just weird. Anyway, so let's go. Let me go back a little bit. And again, I always say this, but I need to say it to anyone else who's listening to this for the first time, to one of these skate talks. I sometimes interrupt my guests. I will try to do it as less as I can, okay? But sometimes I might need to do it. But now, to start this, you said that you came from Valencia to Bilbao, and then you started skating. But from those moments to what you're doing right now, a lot of things have changed. You used to be, just like you said, just like a little girl that used to skate with some local heroes, to someone who's winning the biggest events in the world. Do you remember of a moment of change, or it was all just coming with time, was just gradual?
I guess like moving to Barcelona for the second time was like a bit the decision of, okay, I wanna try to make a living of inline skating, or try it at least, or die in the way.
Okay.
And it was coming again here, and because I was in Miami trying to do a life there, like working like 6 days a week, and yeah.
What were you doing?
Hard.
What were you doing in Miami?
Like, I was living in Barcelona first, and I was working in a producer, and I was like doing the internship, so I was not winning money, and I was dating my girlfriend that in that moment that she was moving to Miami to trying to find a good work, because in Spain in that moment, I mean, the crisis and everything.
Yeah.
And I just went to Miami and tried, and I was doing my best, like working as a seller and winning money as every American is, no? Like the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. Just trying to get money here and there and here and there. Just basically, you're hustling. Is that it?
Yeah, working and doing. I don't know. I was skating 1 day a week, so I was a bit stressed.
Okay.
And after, when this relation finished, I went back to my parents' house, and I was there like, okay, what I do now? And I was like, I want to go again to Barcelona. I think I was happy in one way here. And when I came back, it was like, yeah, like the motivation of giving your best because you want to achieve something or try at least.
Okay. Wait, we'll go there in a few minutes, because you said more than once or try. But I will go there in a second. But before that, we did like a huge jump here. We went from the little girl to someone that just moved to Barcelona for the second time. There's a lot of things that we're jumping. We're skipping a lot of things. So let me push you in another way. It's all good. Let me just push you in another way. You used to skate for a brand. Nowadays, you skate for other. But before even going to the second, before even talking about the jump that you did from one brand to the other, how did you first got into your first sponsor? I don't know if it was your first sponsor, but your first main sponsor was Rollerblade. I remember seeing the first videos of you being for Rollerblade, which is basically one of the biggest brands in the world.
Yeah.
So
the question is, how did I get in?
Yeah, how did that happen?
Yeah, I think it was through a friend, like Aritz Ortega and Michel Prado and another girl were in the Rollerblade team, and I think they just lent me some skates to try, and I liked them. And after the girl Anna talked with the Nell Martin, I think, and they put me in the Rollerblade team, but it was like not very fixed, you know, like freestyle management. And after they shut down the team, and like 1 year later they came again, like, yeah, we want to do a proper team, and they say to me, and since then I was like 4 years for Rollerblade. So it was kind of like talking and just skating.
Okay.
At first it was not very serious.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, it makes sense. I know that there was a big change with Rollerblade Spain, and from what I know, the second guys that you're talking, they were even from, I don't know, if not from Bilbao, from close to Bilbao, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
From Burgos. I don't remember very well.
Yeah, it was something like that. And then back then, when you were on Rollerblade, were you already getting paid a little bit or not?
They pay me the travels, like some travels, like Winterclash. They helped me with the plane ticket, but I was not really getting paid. And for the first time in my life, I did a video of free skate with the twister, and I was like, okay, let's give free skate a try, and because the thing is going in this way, and I did it, and it had like a lot of views, like I don't know, more than 150,000 views in YouTube. So I was like, okay, now I can ask for the second one and try if they can pay me for it, no? Because it's what the brand is offering more, like free skate. And they say no, like no, we don't have money, blah blah blah. And I say, wow, okay, it's okay, no problem, but I don't want to keep on.
Okay, but let me ask you something. Don't get me wrong in this question, but did you really want it? I'm not judging anyone here, not judging you, not judging. Yeah. It's not my role to judge anyone here. But when you wanted to do that free skate video, you were trying to do the free skate video because you wanted to try the skates, or because there was like an intention to try to make some money out of the
at first it was like an intention of trying to make money, but after it was like perfect for aggressive skating, because it like keeps you fit, and in some way, like all the aggressive skaters, we need more of this, more I don't know, more running, more, I don't know, like it makes you skate after better in skate.
Of course, man, it improves your skill of skating.
Yeah. So at first it was like a double intention, like it's going to be fun making a video, a different video, no, like not only grinding. So it's like a challenge for any skater. I think it's a bit challenging because you are not used to filming that way. We are more like trick, no?
I know exactly what that is. When I first moved to Cape Town and I started using big wheels more and more, because I used to use big wheels way back, like I don't even know, like 20 years ago for speed skating, and then I was just like you, just an aggressive skater, and an aggressive skater in the early 2000s was basically, let's go to this ledge and that's just let's skate 20 meters to the ledge, grind, and then stop on the other side 20 meters this way and grind this way, and then if there's like 5 skaters, they make a line and they wait, and it's if you look at it now, it's actually boring, but still, I'm not judging especially myself, because I used to do it. But like you said, I agree with you. It makes the skaters better, and you see that in the skaters nowadays. You see a lot of guys that actually know how to skating.
Yeah, that's the thing, like knowing to skate, like basic, because I feel like I passed from learning how to go fakie to doing a hand rake, but I didn't know how to land properly or clean, or I was like a bit crazy, and I didn't have fear, and I do these rails or ledges or whatever, but the landing was not like smooth, or so when I started to do free skate, I felt like it was like fusion, no?
Okay, wait. I need to make you a question. See, it's one of those times that I'm gonna need to interrupt you. Is the 900 thing real or is just a comparison?
The what?
Is it real? Did you ever do a 900 or it's just a comparison that you're doing?
A 900?
Yeah, can you do 900s?
No, I didn't land it, never.
Ah, okay. I was just
I tried it a lot of times.
Okay, so welcome to the team. I did land it once, but it was once. Okay. So
I said 100, sorry.
ah, okay.
100.
Okay. So
My English is not...
no, man, your English is more than good. Whoever is listening to this, they do know that you are Spanish. And man, I'm Portuguese, and we are doing our best. It's the truth. We are doing our best to try to make free content, to make free content to all these skaters out there. So I guess we're trying our best, and people will appreciate it, I'm sure. So keep going. So you got the rollerblade, and then you were not really happy with... You were not really happy with them not paying it. And was that before you moved to Florida, or when was that? In
the meantime, like as also I was in USA, so I was like maybe they treat me better there. Or, so I was like with Tom Heiser. He tried to help me, like he really tried, but it was not possible from the chiefs or from the bosses. So I don't know what happened. I just tried, you know.
Okay.
They always say, if you try and they say no, at least you try.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes they say no once, they say no twice, they say no 3 times, and then you show them different. You just... Yeah. You won the Winterclash, right?
Yeah.
So I guess they were not happy this year. Anyway, keep going. And then there was a time that I was already working for Powerslide, and I heard about... Mery is gonna start skating for Powerslide. And at first, if I'm not wrong, and you correct me if I'm wrong, at first you were supposed to not even start for USD. You would get free skates from USD.
Yeah,
but at first
I was
just free skating, right?
Yeah, that was the deal.
Okay. So what was the deal exactly?
Like a little bit of money for the free skate, and I skate. They offered me to skate the Ion, no? Mm-hmm. The skate that I think it was for free. I'm not sure. And I say, wow, sorry, but if I skate Ion, I lose a sponsor, the Kaltik.
Okay.
So I was like, it's not possible to skate the carbon because I already skated in the past the carbon and I like it. And they are like, maybe you have to pay for them. I'm like, woo. And I say, it's okay, I have a new rollerblades at home. I can skate the aggressive rollerblade and keep on with the free skate deal, no? And they say, no.
So they wanted the whole thing. They wanted you to be full.
Yeah, and I say, I understand that aggressive skating is not big, but I don't want to pay for skates. Because for me, it's not that easy to get that money to pay skate.
No, the thing is, you knew about your level, you knew about your skill, and you had a plan. You know what you wanted to do in the future, so you wanted a brand that would support whatever you were going to do. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so the whole deal ended up happening, right? You ended up starting to work with them, and nowadays I know that you make some more videos, not just your videos, but you helped filming some stuff, including I've seen some things with Cristina Bonilla, with the roller skates and other stuff.
I have to finish this video.
Okay. Yeah, but see, there's a little bit of things. And how is Mery doing nowadays? So you in the beginning, when I asked you about moving to Barcelona, you said that you moved to Barcelona to try to live from skating. What do you do for a living nowadays?
Now it's summer, so it's a good time for me. Because I have like contests and mostly I get paid for teaching. So I do with blading camp, we did the Bladies camp. Mm-hmm. And after 1 year with my company, I work for in the schools. And after I do particular classes until the school starts again.
Okay.
So and after we do teaching every day in schools, and it's super cool.
Okay, so basically you're living from skating, not just from being a pro skater, but
No, not really from, you know.
yeah, but
It's more for, yeah.
but the pro skater,
It's like,
the pro skaters nowadays, that's what most of them do. You know, if you do the
Yeah.
blade camps, you know what Montre, what Josh, they're pro skaters, but that's their choice of life. Like if you want to leave from
Yeah.
skating, things change somehow.
well, they understand us, like Josh understands me and every skater, like, because he's one of us. So he's like really making a cool project for the sport and for us.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like nowadays, if you wanna make a little bit of money from inline skating, it's not only like your image is not that important anymore. It's more than what do you do for the sport and be involved, no?
I
Not only
think
just,
you're right and not at the same time.
No?
It's an opinion. I think your opinion.
it's my experience.
Yes. No, I understand what you're saying. What I'm trying to say is your image, no matter what, will always be important. Of course, what you maybe, I don't know if that's what you're trying to say or not, but imagine this. If you have like a completely, sorry the expression, but if you have a completely fucked up image, if you
Yeah.
you won't be able to teach. You won't be
No,
able.
it's impossible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, it's not about that image of like the top pro that is not even achievable to the kids. It's just like that doesn't
No.
exist anymore. But you somehow need to be a role model. So yes, your image does matter. Not in a way like, I don't think anyone matters if you smoke weed or if you drink this or that, but it's more about like the way that you act with people, how much you're trying to somehow make this sport grow, or it's grow.
Yeah.
Grow. Basically, that's like you said, Josh is doing an amazing job, and I had this skate talk with Josh too, and it's cool to see that he gets surrounded by people like you, like Richie, like Montre, Niels.
Yeah, and he's going to move next week. By the end of this month, he is moving to Barcelona, so it's going to be great.
Is it? That's cool. So
Yeah.
Are they starting to do blading the blading camps, more often, or it's still just that time of the year?
Yeah, well, we have some plans. I hope that everything works and we can soon tell you what's going to come next. But yeah, that's the plan, to make it more frequently and make it like a all year camp, like not only in summer. But let's see what happens.
That's really cool. It's cool. So
Yeah.
people should know that there are people actually working in making new skaters, and that's amazing.
Yeah, and it's working. The best thing is to see that it's working.
Okay.
Like from last year to this year, you can really appreciate that there's more movement.
How was it with the Bladies, the Bladies camp this year?
Oh, it was awesome. Like this year we were super organized, and we had this amazing bus that we all fit in, and we were all together, and the house was huge and very like in the nature, and the food was awesome, and the girls get along very well. Like we did like an introduction the first day, and everyone seemed to be shy and like, and then the last day we make a review, like make everyone speak about the week, and it was awesome to see that like the evolution from the day one to the last one. Like all the girls were super motivated to keep skating in their cities because it was the first time they skate with other girls for some of them.
Where were the girls from? Were they mainly from Spain, or you had girls from all over the world?
We had like 3 girls from United States, 1 from Peru, England, Denmark, Czech Republic, Russia.
That's
like
amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's amazing. And were some of them like really, really beginners, or they were all just...
Yeah, well, maybe half of them were beginners. Others knew some tricks. There was a little girl from Germany that had like a lot of potential, from Belgium, sorry.
That's amazing.
And like little girls, that another one from 13 years old from Ciudad Real, Alba. Like it was like a mixture of people getting together, and yeah, the level was different, but they all skated together and learned a lot.
Yes,
And
that's something
was
that I've
just-
been watching with the blade camps. I was watching one of Neil's videos. Neil, I don't know if it was Neil's video or Richie Eisler. Both of them have been doing those YouTube videos on
yeah, like the row.
yeah, just like Neil's are more like edited and Richie are just the live streams. But in one of those videos, I was seeing that one of the most amazing things with those camps is that they mix all ages, all levels of
Yeah.
skating. So in the end, some of the skaters that are not there to teach in the camp, they end up teaching the newer kids too. Is that happening?
Yeah, yeah, like this girl from America, Brandy, like she's a teacher as well, and she came to enjoy the camp, and she was also teaching because we were only 2 or 3 with Josh and Wani, 4 in the end, but we wanted to teach, like, everyone teaching at the same time. So, for example, this girl, Brandy, was helping us teaching as well. So, yeah, at the end, it's like energy flowing between each other, like everyone helps everyone. I don't know.
That's really cool. And do you feel that some of the girls that go to the camp would prefer to go to a camp with a female teacher because they feel more comfortable? I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's totally true. Like they feel a bit closer if we are women together. I don't know. I think they get more like not so nervous or not intimidated. I don't know. It's just that they feel more comfy, or I don't know.
Yeah.
At the end, it doesn't matter if it's a female coach or man. But the little important thing about this camp is that we are all women. So I guess if they come to this camp, it's because they prefer a female coach.
Of course.
Man on an eye, I guess.
I don't know if you feel this or not, but as an example, I do try to teach whenever I go skate. If I see someone doing something, it's actually a problem. It doesn't matter if I'm skating with you that just won the Winterclash, or if I'm skating with Montre or Richie. If I look,
You're always correct.
If I'm doing no, it's not even that. It's like if they're doing something and if I see something wrong, they can be the world champion, but I can't. I just tell them, hey, maybe if you do it more like that, or if you do it more like this, which is like it's weird because you're saying that to the best guys in the world. That's what I'm trying to say. But sometimes I do. If I do with them, now imagine if I go to a skate park and there's just someone which is starting, you do it a lot more often. So if there's a girl in the skate park, I would try to help a girl the same way as I tried to help a man. But sometimes you feel that thing. I don't know if you know these, or if you correct me if I'm wrong, but sometimes from the other side, they might feel that a man might be eating on them just because I said, if you need any help, or if I can give you a hand, because I will give a hand to a guy learning how to grind a rail. When I do that, I don't know if you saw it in Barcelona when I was there with Barbie and with Christina. I was doing that on the rails with them. It doesn't really matter if it's a man or a woman. When you're teaching skate, you're teaching skating, at least from my side. But maybe from a woman learning, that's what I was asking. I don't know if a woman feels that way.
Well, what I've been doing, I think, since I'm a little girl, is like in Bilbao, for example, we had these 3 girls and we were skating together. And if we go to a skate park and we saw a girl, for example, this happened actually. Like, and I went to her and said, hey, do you want to go with us? We are going to street skate. And she was like, street? And we hadn't talked with this girl, never. And after that, she came, and now she's actually skating with the guys. Like some of the girls, maybe they need you to say, come.
Yeah.
And that's it. Or teach, or do this, or I don't know.
But you think if it's a man, the question was more like, what if it's if it's 3 guys, 3 boys that go to her and say, let's go street? Do you think it would be a different answer?
No, I think that everyone likes to skate with friends, no?
Yeah,
with
people. I don't have that problem. I'm just asking from someone from your side, like for a girl. I don't know what's going on that side.
Yeah, you're like asking if they try to hit on us, or
or it's sometimes not even about men trying to hit on you. It's just like, that defense mechanism that a lot of times people do have, and especially if it's like a younger girl, their parents say no, you don't go anywhere, or it's just like younger boys. Parents will tell them, hey, you don't go here, or you don't go there, and watch out to your friends. I think it's a normal thing, and sometimes it's a defense.
My parents were not like this at all.
Yeah, but in general, you know, I think you understand. Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
so
like,
I'm sorry, I'm gonna go to some questions.
Tricky question.
I'm gonna go to some questions that some people did on Facebook. What setup are you skating right now? What's your skate setup?
The carbon free with the flat setup of Kaltik.
Okay. Have you been skating flat for a while, or?
For more than 1 year now.
Okay. And what frames? Which Kaltik frame? Is it the new one or the old one?
I have Joe Egan's frames.
Okay, that's the older version, the 60 millimeters.
Yeah,
is that it?
not the new ones. No, I haven't tried them yet.
Okay, but what size wheels do you use with those?
Those are up to 62, no?
I don't know. And you, what wheels are you using?
60.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like a skate park setup, kind of.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, why did you went from anti-rocker to flat?
Well, because the frame is asking for it as well.
Yeah, with the Kaltik is weird, huh? I tried to skate the Kaltiks without being flat, and it feels weird with anti-rockers. It kind of feels like...
Yeah, I mean, I skated like 4 years with anti-rockers and they were fine. But suddenly with the skate park thing, like now the contests are in skate park, and I was like, I want to go fast as well because of the free skate. Mm-hmm. You know, you skate free skate and you go to your aggressive, and suddenly you have 2 wheels and you go slow and you are like, oh. So I was like, I want more.
Okay.
It was a mixture of free skate and the setup, like the frame. I think it's designed to go like this, so it's like, and it teaches you how to do the tricks like more proper,
the way it should be.
Proper. Yeah, it's like a healthy skating. Like,
yeah, but at first it's not that healthy, because at first you can hit shit.
No, and you fall like sometimes in ledges. But after, if you do a back royal in a ledge, long one, and you are like, oh, I did it with flat, you know, like, yeah.
It's challenging for yourself. That makes sense. And
yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little bit sick still. Why the carbon boot? Because you came from skating. You said before that you came from skating rollerblades. Rollerblades were the TRS, which is a plastic
the solo
shell.
trooper, yeah.
Super. The solos. Yeah. And why the carbon skates? Was it easy to adapt, or?
Well, I skated these ones when they came up, and Oli was doing like a prototype or something, and he let me try it once. So I keep on with this carbon, like, I don't know, maybe nearly 10 years ago, and I like it. And after I was like, okay, I have to choose between these ones, and I think the carbon ones are like light, and I remember doing like good top soles. I don't know, the feeling of going low. Yeah. I like it, and I was like, okay, this is my skate now.
It's cool. It's cool because you were talking about speed, and usually, supposedly, in theory, a carbon skate should have like a way better power transfer, which means more speed. So in the skate park, you should go a bit faster with the carbon skates. But have you tried any other USD skates since you are on USD, or you've been 100% on carbon skates?
Yeah, no, now I'm going to try some new skates, USD, that are going to go out. I still haven't seen them, so I don't know how they are going to look.
Okay, so you can't speak about it? Or can you?
I don't know. I don't know, so I will say no.
Okay, I'm not going to push you down.
Because no, it's going to be my first video of aggressive skating paid, so it's kind of good.
Wow, that's awesome. When is that going to happen? Have you do you know when you're going to film it?
I don't know. yeah, they have to arrive to my house. When they arrive, I will see. I was talking with Matthias. I don't really have more info.
Okay, no, I was
It's
just asking if you knew that if there was a date or anything like that. So for everyone listening to this, what they want to know is that there's a new USD skate coming out, and you are going to make the promo video. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just like you need to put these little things, those little things. It's what's gonna make people listening to this. Because if you're just gonna go with the boring shit, like no one wants to hear us. But now let's go to something. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. There's something else. Someone made you a question. So before going to the question that this person made, I know that you've been focusing on a lot of ramp tricks like bio 540s, corkscrews, and all that stuff. Yeah. Someone made a question: when are you going to land a 720 corkscrew? Have you tried those?
Yeah, I already tried in Funpick, and it was not so bad.
Is it? Is it close?
I did a 720 very ugly in a fan box, like not very nice and clean. But the problem is that I don't have a proper fan box in Barcelona. So, for example, the one I like most is the FIS fan box,
The big one?
And every time I go to a FIS, I cannot really try new things there. It's like you go and you do your best tricks and you have like 2 days to do everything. So what I need is a fan box to train, to practice. And after, I think I could start landing more tricks.
Mary, when are you going to Woodward? Come on, we need the first woman to do the mega ramp like properly, like start doing.
The one. Yeah, I would love to like put a lot of protection.
Yeah, why not? Woodward West. Well, two skate talks ago, the interview was with Miguel. You know Miguel Ramos.
Yeah.
So you know who you need to talk with.
Yeah. A lot of people are telling me Miguel, but I don't know. He's just with his bag, and now he's with the cams and everything. I will talk to him once. Let's see.
Are your
don't
parents?
Like to be like.
Are your parents still living in? Your parents are living in Bilbao, right?
Yeah. I have my parents' house. Yeah.
Okay. No, I was just asking. So you still need to, when you moved to Florida, it was nothing to do with your parents.
No.
Okay.
No, I was crazy.
You were crazy. Okay. So, someone made a question that I'm gonna need to. It was the first question. It's a really basic one, but someone asked rollerblade or USD. So basically, you are skating for one of those brands. You skated for the other brand. From the product to the management, what company do you relate the most? I do know that you are working with USD or you are related to USD, but coming from one, what are the biggest differences that you see as a skater?
As a rider or as a skater?
Both. As a skater, like as the way they deal with you, as the relationship you can have with the brand, like the proximity with the brand and the product. Both of these things.
Well, the management, I really like how they work in course. Like when something is about to drop, they send you like an email and they say, okay, now is this product, this is are the dates. And as well, you are kind of learning how to do a marketing strategy, no? Mm-hmm. So it's good for the future, for me, for myself.
Mm-hmm. And they give you possibility to grow. Did you ever felt that?
Yeah. I mean, I would like to stay involved, like maybe as a camera woman or filming and editing the videos for the rest. And I think it's not so far in this company. Mm-hmm. And in Rollerblade, I thought that they didn't really care, or they were like, can I do this? No. Can I do this? No. So it's.
Okay. So let me try to put this in different words. Basically, I don't know Rollerblade that well. But what I know from Rollerblade, it's from what I see and from what I read, and it's. But I also read some people saying other stuff from Powerslide that I can't agree. Some people talk about Powerslide as if it's a huge corporate. Powerslide, it's actually really small. Yes, it might be big in the skating world, but for the amount of products that they have, they're actually really small as a company. The number of people that actually works in the headquarters, compared to a company like Rollerblade. Rollerblade is more like corporate, it's just like they have a bigger company. They have that's the idea that I have. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe that's why you feel that difference, because in Powerslide, like you said, you got emails, and sometimes who sends you the emails from Powerslide sometimes?
Mark. Matthias.
Yeah, Matthias. Matthias is the boss, see? You might get some from Mark, some from Matthias is the boss, so you're getting email, you're getting in contact with the owner.
They listen to you.
Yeah, now the question is, do you know who the owner from Rollerblade is? Do you know his name?
Well, no, I haven't talked with him, but I met him once, and he was like very humble guy, but I don't know, it was like, it's not the same. I don't think I will get to talk to him in this way. I get to talk with Matthias, that he came to Barcelona some months ago, and like, I don't say, another month. He was actually in skate, and that's cool to see,
That's cool.
Because he skates, so he knows.
That's really cool.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to talk bad about Rollerblade because they have a very good
no one again,
marketing or anything. Yeah, I know.
One of the most important things. This is important for you. This is important for everyone. We are all in a really, really small industry. No one should ever burn bridges.
No.
It's like that's what you might not be happy with some things sometimes. You don't need to hit it the whole time. If you're not happy, you should say it.
No, I mean, again, for example, they are helping Danny Ulrich. They are doing a good thing with Danny as well.
Amazing.
For example,
yeah. What I'm saying.
And I watch what they do because I learn from what they do as well as I learn from Powerslide.
Yeah. So, of course. But what I'm saying is not even that. It's like. What I was just saying that sometimes we might not be happy with something. It doesn't matter what brand. You might not be happy with something from Powerslide. You might not be happy with something from Rollerblade. You might not be happy with something from them. It doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say here is, because you're not happy with something, you don't need to hit it the whole time. You need to say it. If you're not happy, you should say it. But again, you should just not burn bridges. There's a lot of ways of doing it without burning anyone, including yourself. And that's why I'm saying, like, me, you, talking about these two brands, Rollerblade or Powerslide, we're not trying to get anyone with a bad image. It's not going to happen. We both love skating way too much to try to burn anyone. It's not the goal. It's an opinion trying to understand what you like the most about each company. Now, the product. Which product? What's the main difference when it comes to a product, to the Rollerblade product and the Powerslide product? USDs, in fact.
Well, like now I think that the Trinity system is like the difference between the two brands, no? Like, I don't know. Powerslide has a lot of free skate boots, like low budget, high budget, like a lot of models, and for me it's great because so I can do more videos with showing the product and everything. And I don't know, the quality for me is, I don't know, it's good. I really like all these case boots, like super light, and I think it's a lot of technology to make this product. So, and when I was in Rollerblade, I quite a lot of boots as well, and they were super cool as well. But for me, the Trinity system is something that makes the difference in the free skate world between one or the other one.
Okay.
Like the three holes because if you try it, you will notice like how the boot comes together, like.
Yeah, it's part of your
I don't
foot.
know.
I've said it a few times. It's like you actually feel differences when you turn, when you stop. But even the vibration that comes to your foot comes differently. All these little details that sometimes you don't even think about. And as an aggressive skate, from rollerblade to USD, do you feel
Well,
a lot of difference in the product, or you was easy to adapt?
well, I think I can. If I skate any skate, you get used to them and you learn different tricks sometimes. Even.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now with carbon, I'm super comfortable. But with the trooper boot, I was like, I really like that boot as well, and I still have them in my house for I don't know why. But I think they are about to cut the production of Solo Trooper. Now it's going to be just the New Jack. So I guess now USD is going to have more aggressive boots. So
Okay.
it's a difference, no?
Yeah, I did skate the solos. I did love them
Yeah.
a lot. I remember that
Me too.
the soles, because they're like so thick, you don't feel the grind that much, but it was so easy to topside and to torque
Yeah.
because the frame would become really, really low somehow. I don't know how to explain, but at the same time, it was some of the tricks. Like a torque would be really easy, but a backslide would feel like you wouldn't need to bend your foot.
Yeah, because the so play when the backslide touches the legs, you don't feel it so much because it's like two pieces, like
Yeah,
it's
there's a lot
the
of
cell
plastic.
and
Yeah, there's a lot of
yeah,
plastic between your foot. But other than that,
yeah,
I always felt something, which is I felt the rollerblades were comfortable to me, and that's just an opinion. At least
yeah,
the solos, they were comfortable.
yeah. The solos, yes, the New Jack, they were a bit hard for me. It's
Okay.
like not my style.
Okay. And now skating with the carbon, don't you think it's harder?
No, I mean,
It's a lower boot.
it's a low calf. Maybe I will like a bit higher for more for the skate park thing.
Mm-hmm.
But for the street skating, because in the end I'm kind of a street skater, so it works for
Why
me.
haven't you tried have you tried the carbon force?
The what?
The USD carbon 4? They're supposed to have like a little bit higher cuff in the back. Or maybe if you just put that cuff on your regular USDs, you'll feel it like a little bit higher.
And now I need a carbon 4. I don't really know which one is this one.
It's a whole black skate. I think it's an older version, but
Yeah, the one in full like the carbon. Yeah.
yes, but I guess you can just, you might be able just to put the cuff, or you can even maybe put the Tau or the Hardcore Evo from Powerslide cuff.
Yeah, but I always ask for cups and they don't send me. I don't know why.
They don't like you, Mary. It's
No, but the thing is that they don't like. I think if you put a new cuff in a carbon, it's like it changes again the feeling of having a new skate.
Yes, completely.
No? But
it's
yeah.
the cuff. The cuff can make a. It's I guess it's one of the parts of the skate that makes the biggest difference. Let me tell you something. A few months ago, not a few months ago. It was almost 2 years ago. So Powerslide was trying to do some changes on the Imperial boot, and they asked me to make a little cut, just a really tiny cut on the back of the Powerslide Imperial. It's underneath the cuff. There's 2 wings in the back of the skate. Okay. They asked me. They asked me to cut a little bit of those wings, just to open the space in between those wings a little bit more. But it was not more than 1 centimeter. Huh? It was just like a little cut around. I cut it on one skate only, and I left the other one normal, just so that I could feel the difference. I was skating with 125, which means that you're gonna feel the differences a lot more. So that little centimeter that I cut it made a huge difference. Obviously, like I said, I was talking about the cuff differences. It's not, I didn't change the cuff, but I changed something in the cuff area, and the skate felt so much less less supportive. So for 125, I wouldn't think that cut would be good because you need more support, you know. Okay, one question here. Matthew Heineman was asking for Matthew Heineman was asking for you to tell us about dolphins. What do you want to tell us about dolphins?
Yeah, dolphins. No, it's like a joke we have because in Roskilde last year, last year, like we were in Roskilde and he was like doing a trick, like the dolphin over the people, like these people drinking and sitting in the floor, and he just went like do like a dolphin jump and do like a mortal when you land, and he was so after that he's dolphin forever.
So he's dolphin forever.
Yeah, and every time we travel and we see a statue of dolphin or something of dolphin, we send the pictures. So it's like dolphin joke everywhere.
So it's like an inside joke. Okay. So tell me something. You went to Roskilde. You've been going to a few events this year. How many competitions have you won this year? Or what was the best results that you had in 2018?
In this year?
Yeah.
The British Inline Championship with the problem of the payments.
Yeah, we'll go there in a second. I didn't. No. 2018. 2018.
Yeah, that was this year, what? No,
No, that was 2007.
Yeah, now they get. No, this year as well.
Okay, so.
So it was the British Inline Championship, the Ghetto Games, and the fees of.
Wait. But the year started before. Didn't Winterclash wasn't Winterclash in 2018?
No, this year I was 7th in Winterclash.
Ah, come on. Okay. So you won the British Inline Championships and?
Yeah, and the fees of Montpellier.
Mm-hmm.
And the Ghetto Games 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago.
Okay, so now let's try to motivate a few girls. How much does someone like you made with 3 events like that? If you would get paid, and we will get there in a second, if you would get paid, how much would someone do with 3 events like that?
Like 300 or 400 euros.
For the 3 events?
Every event.
Each event 3 or 400, or the 3 events together?
One was 500, the other one 400, and the one of Ghetto Games because it's the first year, so it's like super cool that at least we have the ladies contest.
Mm-hmm.
So we are fighting in a way. So it was 250.
Of course.
So it's not a lot, but it is the first year.
So so in total that would be around 1,000, 1,100, something like that.
Yeah, 1,000.
Yeah, and if you
for example, the Barcelona Extreme, I was second, but Sarah that was first win 700. So
okay, and
if you are lucky.
And the second, how much did you make?
The second 400.
That's 400. Good. So in total, how much do you think you made this year in competitions?
In total, 1,500, something like that.
Okay.
I went to little contest.
Okay, not too bad. And if you made the same results, but if you were a man, how much do you think you would have made?
Like 600, 6,000.
Is it? So it would be like 4 or 5 times more.
Yeah.
Okay. And is it frustrating for you, or because I remember the reason why I'm going this way, I'm gonna tell you why it is. Because at the Winterclash, there was that girls' talk, which I still have it here to release.
Yeah.
And there was let me just explain to everyone else listening to this. At the Winterclash this year, there were a few panels. Basically, Jojo put a few people together to talk about the theme. And one of these panels were about girls in skating. So there was probably some of the best skaters in the world, where Mery was one of the persons speaking. And they were discussing strategies to make skating better for them. And one of the things that was said is that the female skate competitions are not paid enough. And the reason I'm making this question is I was trying to get there. Do you think that makes a huge difference when it comes to the level of skating? Or
I mean, it does make a difference, because if no one is willing to pay that money, no girl is going to go big, because it's like, I'm not going to kill myself for 200 euros. I have to work on Monday,
okay.
So if you put this situation that, okay, we put this money, it's not about the money, it's because, like, maybe if we do this, like, slowly the girls will drop their jobs and start to skate, maybe. So because they can take a bit, not serious, but, they can, every time they go to a contest, they can be like, okay, I have fun, but if I do good, maybe I can win something, to at least all the money I'm spending in the flight, in the food, and the hotel, like, at least I can put that money in that and win a little bit more. Like, okay. So I can take competition in a more
serious way.
Yeah, like, not like, oh yeah, it's fun, let's do some tricks. Oh, I fall, it's okay. Like, it's just because if we need the woman level to rise up, I think this is a way. Like, no, like, if you want tennis players to take a match more serious, just put a little bit of money, and so maybe the girls will train. And
I agree, and I don't agree in some things. I will tell you with what I agree. I agree with what you're saying when you mean that if people can afford to stop doing their jobs to focus on skating, obviously their level will just grow. So if that's what you're trying to say, yes, it makes sense. But at the same time, at this moment, I don't think like there's enough people in what we do. We are, I think, in a group, like what Josh is doing, what you are doing, what I try to do, what most of us are trying to do. We are trying to change that, and in the future that might be a possibility, that might be a reality. But at the moment, I don't think there's enough people doing it for the money to be out there for everyone. And I mean, for everyone, I'm not trying to put girls down or up. It's not like that. I keep saying the same. If it's a job, if you're working, if you're doing something for someone, you should be paid for it. Like you said before, if you're gonna promote something, if you're putting your blood, sweat, and tears, you need to get paid for that. Like if you are 15, probably for you to be paid would be a pair of skates and be really happy. But if you're 28, like you are, and if you have a rent to pay, or if you you know what I'm saying. Like if you're trying to go somewhere in your future with skating, then you need money. I understand that, but this is where I agree. What I don't agree is just I don't necessarily agree that money will increase the level. I think more important than anything, and I'm not saying that you don't have it, it's the passion. And when we get greedy and when there's only money in it, then it doesn't matter how much money there is in something, because it will never be enough.
I know, like, sometimes when we talk about this, they think like, oh, you care about the money, but it's not the money. It's like, it is my passion, but if I don't win money, I have to take another job.
Of course, and
like
I understand
a seller or the telephone. Yeah, good morning.
A call center.
And
don't call me, please. Don't call me. I'll say right away, no, I'm sorry, I'm busy.
But you face this situation, like,
I understand
all the time. So if you are traveling to contests and you don't win anything, I won't go again. So the passion dies if there is not like a second motivation apart from passion and love. That, I mean, for example, for Winterclash, I will go because I love it, and that's it. And in the end, of course, I do care a little bit about the contest, but I love to be there, and it's like a ritual. But in the moment that I cannot buy the ticket or get the hotel, like 100 euros for the hotel. If I don't have that money because I'm in a bad situation, I will stop doing it. So what I don't want is to stop doing these things.
Yeah, that makes total
So it's
sense
like
to me.
it's like a circle.
What you're trying, I don't know if that's what you're trying to say. What I get from that is it's your passion and you want to be able to live from it. So you're doing everything you can and you just want somehow that the things that you are doing are able to make it sustainable. Sustainable.
Yeah,
so in a way that
yeah.
You work your ass off, but all you want is to at least keep doing it without struggling. You want to,
Yeah, that's the thing.
yeah, you want to be able to go to events, you want to be able to keep doing it. And of course, but you know what's the biggest problem about all these, and that's not me being negative, it's that we all try to do that, and in a way with the level of skating that you have, which is amazing, you're able to do it. The biggest problem that I see in that is like in 4 or 5 years, what you did now, most of us don't think what we're going to do in 4 or 5 years. So in 4 or 5 years, the ones that didn't develop a skill in what we are doing, the expression is you're fucked. But that's not what you are doing, because like you said, you've been working with videos and you're somehow developing a skill through your passion, and that's amazing. And I know that a lot of people through skating do that. On the other hand, some other people just don't develop any type of skill other than skating, and that can be a problem in the future. So that if I can advise you on anything, is like you said, like be passionate, try everything you can, but always try to develop any other skill. It might be connected to what you are doing, like you said. Like, I've seen your videos, I love what you do. So I'm not saying that's the way. The way needs to be what you feel it's right. But trying to relate passion with something like that, it might be the future.
Yeah, always if you mix passion with a skill, it works. Like me, I started to study audiovisuals because I was always filming my friends and doing these funny videos of skating but lifestyle. So I got this skill because of skating. And after I studied a lot, and now I can mix audiovisuals and skate. That for me is
exactly
two things that I love together, and I can still do because it's part of my life. So
it's exactly what I do. You know, like I've never studied anything to do with video. I've never studied anything to do with audio. Probably that's why I had to make 5 phone calls to you before this. But the truth is, man, passion. Passion will always make you move. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, if you could give any advices to any girl starting, or to anyone, doesn't need to be a girl, let's just be reasonable here. If there's anyone starting to skate, what would be the best advice that you can give them?
To love it, as you say, like to love the sport itself, and you will get attached to it. If you learn how to do something and you get happy when you learn it, and that's skating, no?
Mm-hmm. That makes
so
sense.
An advice will be like, it's not only for skating, it's for like life. If you discover something that you love, just keep doing it, because it's going to make your happy life.
Mm-hmm. Make you a better person, like a happier person.
Yeah, and as well, inline skating comes with all the trips and everything. If you can afford it, or you can have a goal and save for it, and it really makes you like, oof. I don't know how to say it.
You get emotional. I know what you mean. But you know what? That's something that I think that you guys are doing really, really nice with the blade camps, because it's more, what you said here, it's really important. It needs to be, let me go back a few sentences. A lot of people always say that they don't know what we should do for skating. Other people, like myself, always say that we need more kids. But you said something here which is really, really important. Really important is for us to, if we're teaching them something, we should never forget that they should learn how to love the sport. And the reason why we all do what we do, most of us, like you, high 20s, me, high 30s, and some guys, 40s. The reason why we do it, it's for a lot of people, it's still a kid's thing. The reason why we actually do it, it's because we love it, and we learn to love it. And sometimes that's a really hard skill to pass. You know, I can teach anyone to do a soul grind. I can teach anyone to do a 360, but to teach them how to love what we do, it's not the same. And that's what you guys are doing amazingly with the blade camps, providing them the best experience that kids or even adults can have. Because you don't need to be
No, we are mixed. Like, for example, we are planning like the winter class, like to stay all the girls together, and mostly they are from blading camp and from this year and last year, so we are all doing like a group. So we are 12 nearly, and we are staying in the same hotel, and it's like, it's not only that you teach inline skating, like now you have like a group of girls to hang out. I don't know.
Yeah, that's really powerful, because that not just make them, like you said, they need to set goals. Now they know there's that event. They're gonna try to put money on the side. They're gonna work on. They're gonna work as a phone, whatever we were just saying. They're gonna work in whatever they need to. What I'm trying to say here is that they have a goal, so they're gonna try to make money. But at the same time, if they're super young, having a group of girls or having a group of guys or whatever, sometimes also makes parents safer, especially if we're talking about kids. Like if I would be like 14 or 15, and if I would tell my father, I want to go to an event in Holland, but you're from Portugal, how do you want to go? You don't even know how to fly on an airplane alone.
I don't care.
You know what I'm saying? But then if there's like a group of people, makes a huge difference.
It's more easier. I was lucky that I always had my friends traveling or going to the contest, and it always they treat me as one more, and this makes me strong because I was just traveling with them, and that's it.
Okay. Now
my mother was not very worried, like, well, a bit, I guess, but
I guess parents, I guess parents from skaters, it doesn't matter. When I mean skaters, I'm not even saying inline skaters or whatever. It's just all like people that go to the skate park. Their parents will always be worried.
Yeah.
It's just part of it. But you know what? I have a daughter, like she's 14 months. Yeah, she doesn't skate and I'm worried. So what I'm trying to say is, like, I guess parents will always be worried. Doesn't matter if it's just a parents thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mery, plans. What do you want to do? What do you want to be doing in, let me think. What do you want to be doing in 2 years with your life when you're 30? How is it going to be your 30th anniversary? Come on.
Like Peter Pan. I don't know. I really want to make my own school, like my own blended school, and have a place to teach when it's raining. And I hope if this is done, I will be happy already. And if I can keep on traveling, because.
Okay, and where are you in that plan? I'm gonna be like the life coach right now. Where are you in that plan? Where are you in your skating school? Have you started already? Are you started properly with your school? Do you have a name?
Well, I kind of have like my cards and like.
Okay, so you started
business
already.
Cards.
Amazing.
Yeah, but I need to do the paperwork. But it is a plan, and my father is like, he's a lawyer, and he's going to be retired in some years.
Come on, take advantage of that.
Yeah. He's like, when I'm retired, I want to help you with your blading school. I'm like, okay, yeah. Yes.
But you don't wait for him, man. It's like you never know.
No, I'm doing the paperwork, but I'm super bad at those things.
I know.
But it is a plan already, so it's starting to grow.
Okay, and
It's like a plant.
and how are you with having a covered space? Not that it rains a lot in Barcelona, we know, but if you have a safer place, it's also a safe income. So for someone who doesn't really understand what I'm trying to say here, imagine this.
Yeah.
It's the rain. It's actually a little bit unpredictable, and sometimes when you depend, not sometimes, everyone depends on their money to live. So if you when you're depending on on your skate classes to live, you don't want to be depending if it's gonna rain or not. So I totally understand what you're saying, and that's why I'm asking, where are you in that?
Yeah, because for example, yesterday I had to cancel 2 classes because of the rain, and at the end, one of them we went to a salting place to practice flips, but yeah, it kind of ruined the day, like all the day actually. but and I want to have a place because I'm always with my scooter, a little scooter, like driving to the other place, to this one, to the other corner in Barcelona. Taking trains, and I would like to have like my place, so people come to my place. I don't have to be traveling, and
Can I give you some advice?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm gonna say something that I've done when I was in Lisbon. In Lisbon, and I know that you have those too. The gym, the health club, Holmes Place. Yeah. They usually have big parking lots, and they are always looking for other.
The Holmes Place.
Yes, they are always looking for other activities to put inside a gym, and a lot of times you don't think about that. But most of the people that use health clubs, they're parents. They have kids, and they're looking for activities for their kids. So that could be a way, I did it for 3 years in Lisbon before I even
take advantage.
Yeah, that's just but this is just an idea. But places like Holmes Place, you will like this type of project. You can present it to a lot of different places. If you think, I know there's a lot of shopping malls in Barcelona. Most of them have parking lots. There's also a lot of parking lot places in the city center because we all know it's really expensive to park. There's also a lot of the buildings that the center of the building, it's actually just a playground. So if you start looking for all these things, or if you make your own, always think of it differently. If you're going to be doing just what everyone else is doing, you're just going to be another one. That's what you need to see.
Yeah, make the difference.
I'm just trying to help you. Huh? I would love to. I would love to bring my girl to Barcelona, and then I can tell her, okay, you go to Mery, she's going to teach you how to do a 720 corkscrew.
720.
Yeah, you're there. You're on the way.
Close.
Okay, Mery. And just to finish this, who's your favorite skaters at the moment? 2 favorite skaters, 2 men and 2 women. 4 skaters then.
Oh. I would say always Chris Huffy.
Okay.
For life. And another one, like right now, as a skating or as a model?
You choose.
For example, like a model, I will tell Sven. Like, he's 37 and he's skating like... So, Chris Huffy and Sven,
okay.
I would say.
And woman?
Woman. Chihiro. And well, I used to love Martina Sabodova, but she's not skating anymore. But yeah.
Yeah, but if she has an influence on you, she has an influence on you. Like, like for me, I keep saying the same. Johnny Ality doesn't skate anymore. It's still the best.
Yeah, I would say Chihiro because she's always killing it. And yeah, Martina Sabodova or Stephanie Richer, she used to inspire me a lot. Now she's doing the high jump from the plane.
But wasn't she skating? I thought she was starting to skate.
Yeah, she has to skate, and she wants to skate, but I don't know. Now she's doing this jump thing from the plane.
Let me make you a question that I wasn't planning, but do you think that you somehow came to Powerslide to fill Stephanie's spot?
Of course. I mean, and I think she was like in the pro team. So it was a bit sad when like it was the first girl not to be pro in a brand in a long time.
Yeah, in a long time. Yeah, in a long time. But before there was girls that you were pro. But yes, in a long time she was.
And yeah, I don't know, but I don't have the same deal as she had. Like immediately, I have to fight for it all the time.
Yeah, she was. You know that she was for a long time in the company, and it made a huge difference too. But that's it. Yeah. You're on the way.
I'm on the way.
Now, before finishing this, one last question. What happened at the British Inline Championships? You can say it all from the beginning. Just spread it, put it out there.
Yeah. Why not? I mean,
I'm gonna let you talk.
It's a crazy story, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So the thing is that last year I know this event and I talked with the guy like I wanna go blah blah and yeah. At first he was going to pick me up. He never came to pick me up. It was a nightmare to get there because you know England is quite the transport is not very good. So when I get there, I do the contest, and the first thing I wanted to see is the skate park. So the skate park motivates me to come to this contest. And the next year, I got invited, kind of, and I say, is there going to be money? Because the other year, there was 75 pounds that Lauren, the girl from Girls Who Blade, put from her pocket. So there was no money for prize. So I asked, is there going to be prize? And he's like, yes. There's going to be a spot in blading camp for the winner. So the spot is worth 600 euros. So I'm like, So if I go, he's like, maybe we can speak about, because you are coaching this camp, maybe we can speak about giving you economic compensation instead of the spot, no? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. And I plan with my friends, like with Rosie, Melissa. We book up a hotel that is super expensive because it's England. And we are like, it's fine because we like the skate park and we want to have fun and everything's okay. So the contest passes. And when he announced the winner, he said, for Mery Muñoz, first place, 150 pounds plus the blading camp spot. So at first I thought, this is my problem. I'm not getting paid because the blading camp weird situation because, you know, he was supposed to pay to blading camp, but he never paid. And I'm like, I thought at first this was personal. But suddenly I talked with Joe tonight, and he calls me immediately and he's like, Mery, you are one more. Like we are a lot of people from this year and last year, including Takeshi Yasutoko, that has not been paid. So Takeshi was supposed to get paid 1,000 pounds in the two contests, like this year and last year.
So it's 2,000
and
pounds.
Also so it's like a lot of money, and he's not the only one. Other people from Bert were not paid, and you know the list is super long. And in that moment that Joe called me, I realized that everything was a big mess, and the guys, because I was like kind of polite with him, like because he was saying me, I'm sick, I don't know why. I went to Winterclash and somebody jumped on top of me. I'm feeling a bit not very good. I'm like, oh, sorry, I hope you are better. But I was like, I don't care. I mean, it's your life. I fall every time skating, and I'm not saying I fall, you know?
Yes.
and he's starting to be weird. Suddenly the months pass by, and I'm like, hey. So at the end, because at first I choose to give the blading camp spot to Chihiro, no? Because I could choose if I want to keep the money or give it to someone, and I say, okay, I give it to Chihiro. And Chihiro is like, no, I cannot because I have exam. And after I was very bad in money, and I say, you know what? I'm going to keep the money because I wanted to Chihiro and she couldn't make it, so I keep the money because I was going to move to an apartment, and we know we need money.
Of course, no? Everyone needs money to live, so and it doesn't matter. It's your money, you want it, so.
And I was like, why a girl has to want 150 and give away 600, and the guys 1,000? like always, no? And I say, well, it's okay. And suddenly the story comes to its like devastation, and everyone starts to say, oh, he owes me as well. Oh, he owes me as well. He didn't pay me. And we start to do the paperwork. Like Mandy, the owner of the skate park, starts to put everything like in situation, like with the lawyer, and like he disappears. Also, he told to me and to Joe that his kitchen was burned. Like he had a domestic accident. So we are like, oh mate, I'm sorry, but you know what, he's trying to put you in so you feel sorry for him, or I don't know if this is true. I guess not, because everything that he say is a lie. So I don't know. And now he's been posting weird things in Facebook, like putting like the sponsors didn't pay in time, like the money came from his pocket. No. But if you are having problems, don't do the contest for the second time. That's like, I will get it if you have financial like problems to make a contest. I get it. It's hard to do a contest, but don't. If you have done a mistake, don't do it again for the second time, and don't owe £2,000 to the best skater in the world. Like, you cannot do that. Like, no. For me, no excuses. If you had problems the first year, don't do it the second one. That's the only thing I can say.
Okay, but now there's a GoFundMe campaign somewhere, right? Someone started.
Yeah, but I appreciate a lot what people are doing, but for me it's not like the solution is from him. He had the money at once, and I don't know what he did, but why the people like the people that are putting money in the GoFundMe, they are people like me that go to the contest, pay the inscription, pay the flight. Is why these people have to pay the mistake of a guy that did it super wrong.
Okay, so basically there was a managing mistake that made the whole thing happen. Okay, but sadly, from what I heard, there's not going to be a third one, which is like, I understand what you mean, which is if they messed up twice, they better not do a third time. But at the same time, sadly, from what I know, there's no plans for British.
No, I think yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
I think they were talking about another, like a very old school rider, Blackbird. I thought he was going to running.
Oh, that's
but I'm
cool.
not sure. I'm not totally sure. I haven't speak with Blake.
I know
only
Blake.
Heard this.
Okay, that could be a cool thing. That could be a good skate talk with Blake.
Yeah, you can ask him. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think some of the guys were already offering themselves to keep on with the contest. Like, they really want to make it happen. And Mandy as well. Me and Joe saw Mandy here in Barcelona 1 month ago, I think, and she's like super desmotivated about this guy, Matt, but she really wants the contest to be going on.
Okay,
because
let me just tell the people listening to this. So Mandy is the owner of the skate park where the British Inline Championships happened over the last 2 years. So apparently they also put some money in it, and
she put £1,000 the first year, 1,000, and she paid the hotel room of this guy as well, of Matt.
Okay.
So he's lying about that, even though, like, I don't think it's fair.
Yeah, it's not fair, but you know what? It is what it is. We put it out there, and let's hope that it doesn't happen again, and hopefully if Blake or anyone else is going to do a third.
Yeah, because the skate park is awesome, and even though I think it's the only contest in UK that right now is bringing people from outside,
Mm-hmm.
And if it stops, it's like, for me, it means that I'm not traveling to England for a contest anymore. Maybe to skate with my friends, but
and for the UK scene is really good, because the skating is UK. There might not be a lot of inline skaters as it was back in the day, but the scene is still one of the strongest ones in Europe. The level of skating from the UK skaters is one of the best in the world, so it's really important to keep that event.
Yeah, because I used to, me and my friends used to travel to the Chat Sans Invitational. So for me, it was like the new Chat Sans thing, you know, the new, or Laced, after it was Laced in Rambox. So I took this contest as, you know, and suddenly this happened.
Yeah, I'm sure Blake or whoever takes over is going to do something really cool. So
I hope they keep it alive, because the skate park is awesome. Right?
They will, Mary. They will. We gotta stay positive.
Stay positive.
Okay, so I guess we're coming to an end. I'm going to let you go out and enjoy your lunch. And I want to say thank you so much. I have to say that I'm waiting for the video that you're going to start filming soon for the new USD Skate.
Let's see if I find a filmer.
Come on. I can teach you some techniques with a tripod in the floor. I'm just kidding. Nah, you'll find one. Man, you got some Powerslide filmers in Barcelona.
Yeah, I will talk with Nick or Carlos.
Or Pablo. You have 3 at least.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're going to find someone to film it, and I'm sure the whole video is going to be amazing.
Yeah, and I want to put like all my street skills out.
Yeah, I know you have a lot. I always remember like a huge backside royale from one of your rollerblade videos in Bilbao. I still never understood that ledge is huge. Those ledge.
The one.
Yes.
Yeah, the dark one.
I don't know. I just know it's a long one. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're done for here. I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna wish you best of luck with everything. And the next time we talk, you're gonna tell me that you already have a place for your skate school.
I hope so. Let's see.
It will happen.
Fingers crossed.
I'm sure it will happen. To everyone listening to this, if someone is in Barcelona, we never know. If someone has any ideas or if someone has any ways to make this happen, make sure to contact Mary. We never know, Mary. They say there's eyes and ears on the walls, so we never know.
You never know.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much, and
thank you to you, Lynn.
You're welcome. Have a nice weekend. Cheers.
You too. Bye.
Bye. I don't know how to stop this. Aha. And that was it. Mery Muñoz. I hope you guys enjoyed this one as much as I did. Mery is seriously amazing as a skater. And as you could hear now, not just as a skater. She is as passionate as I think as you can be. Someone at 28 years old who's trying to live her life around skating, and I really hope that everything goes well, and I hope that sooner or later we're gonna hear about the Mery Muñoz Skate School. And that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did enjoy this skate talk, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. It really makes this channel grow. Every little new subscriber that I get makes this channel grow, and it makes YouTube and whatever platforms this is playing share this content more and more, and hopefully make skating grow. And yeah, if you like it, you can also give me some thumbs up. And like I always say, more important than anything else, just don't forget why we all started skating, and that is because it's fun. Cheers, guys.
Vou viver até quando